Mike, is it?
1, 2, 3, 4. All right, this is how we're going to play this. A very pleasant good evening to you all from the Danbury Ice Arena here in Hat City, USA. I appreciate the waiting through the technical difficulties and getting us set up, but we're here. We have hockey to play this evening, the Hat Tricks and the Elmira Mammoth. Danbury Ice City, USA. I appreciate the waiting Frankie McClendon will be taking the net for the Danbury Hat Tricks, who are looking to snap a 2-game losing skid. Harley White takes the net for the Elmira Mammoth. We're waiting for a couple of the ceremonial puck drops to go on down. That puck is down, so let's very quickly give you these starters for the Mammoth. Tim O'Connor, Tyler Pierkarski, Isaiah Crawford, Kyle Stevens, and Corey Sherman will be taking the opening setup for the Elmira Mammoth. Johnny Ruiz, who sits 4 goals away from 100 as a Danbury hat trick. Starting at center, Michael Marchesson and Daniel McKittrick on his wings. Jared Yao and Kyle Gonzalez take the defense spots, and Frankie McClendon gets in. His 7th game that he's appeared in, and has done well the last couple of games that he has taken to the ice. And has been the backup the last couple, but he'll be looking to try and get himself a victory here this evening. So here we are. Elmira in the home whites, or in the road whites, going up against Danbury in the home blacks. They'll be looking to spread this around for Johnny Ruiz. Will take the opening face-off and win it backwards for Gonzalez. The puck is dropped. We're underway. A raucous atmosphere at the Danbury Ice Arena. The stretch pass ahead, and this is going to be ruled as an icing against the Hat Tricks. We'll have to go back into the opposite end of the rink. Ruiz will stay out there, of course. Dueling with Corey Sherman, taking the center face-off, and Ruiz will win it again. Jared Yao will take this on for a walk. Hat Tricks looking to snap a 2-game losing skid. An overtime loss, though not without some controversy, against the Binghamton Black Bears here at home on last week's Saturday night. And then they went on the road to Binghamton last night and dropped a heated and very physical matchup, 6-2. The game was closer than what the score indicates. So don't treat that as being the end-all, be-all for what that ended up looking like, for what that final score ended up being. Ruiz for his 3rd face-off for the first 23 seconds, and first one that he loses, he'll go to the boards. Karski will whip this round, sits against the end boards. Ruiz tries to jar this free. Ruiz to McKittrick, shot save made. Loose puck trickles a little bit wide. McKittrick had the great shot, and Michael Marchesson had a really solid look to try and funnel that in between the pipes. Johnny McDonald retreats, sits on the apron of the goal. He'll wait to make his move. It's the home debut, by the way, for Lucas de Benedette, the International Falls, Minnesota native, most recently played professional hockey in France. Puck nearly bounces in towards the net. And a good recovery by Harley White, who draws the start. An emergency backup goaltender is in order for the Elmira Mammoth. Mackie Donner has to take care of things this evening. Johnny McDonald will look for the stretch pass, bangs off the board, settles at the blue line, and back we go. Looking for some room to work with. Up top, a cross shot, stopped by McClendon, a good save. Bouncing puck at the circle, and they score. Dalton Anderson puts the Elmira Mammoth up 1 minute and 30 seconds into the game. A couple of very quick bounces, and it finds its way into the back of the twine, and the Hat Tricks have a hole to dig out of early. Quick tally, quick work, quick look. And the Elmira Mammoth will have been looking to try and build some momentum, working with an interim coaching staff of Michael Cosentino, the only guy on the bench in coaching capacity, their equipment manager there as well. And as the puck will find its way out of bounds, the Mammoth have an awful lot to keep improving on. A 5-game winning streak. 6-5 their total. They've been improving and doing very well the last couple of games on their own. The Hat-Tricks have one of their signature victories of the season from earlier on this year in Elmira, a 5-4 overtime victory in which the Hat-Tricks came back from down 4-1 to tie that game. Elmira, dating back to the new year, they have done very, very, very well. Pardon me, a 6-game winning streak, including last night's 6-3 win over the Delaware Thunder, and they continue to look impressive through the early going here. Borshev walks on, shot save made, and the scoring on that goal is as follows. Anderson with the goal, a lone assist to Tate Leeson, as we get a whistle and the puck tied up at the blue line. So 2 minutes and 10 seconds gone by here, and already a heck of a lot of stuff has gone down here at the Danbury Ice Arena. As far as individual scores, for Dalton Anderson, split up between a couple of different teams this season. Started off in Columbus, only played 2 games there, has played the other 24 previous ones here in Elmira. That's his 8th goal of the season. His 12th point, the assist going to Tate Leeson, increases his lead. He's the team's leading scorer on the Mammoth. 25 points for Leeson this season. 13 previous assists, now 14, plus 11 goals. Shots here even at 2 apiece. 2-2 the tally here. Ruiz will be taking the face-off. Isaiah Crawford, the starting unit, back out on the ice. Corey Sherman taking the draw against Johnny Ruiz. Already familiar combatants. Ruiz has won his 3rd out of 4. McDonald flips up for Robertson. Marchessault just puts his backside into Isaiah Crawford, and the bigger guy knocks the smaller guy out of the way. Ruiz with a wicked shot from neutral space, and is just swallowed up by Harley White, and a good bit of performance by Harley White to get things started here at the Danbury Ice Arena. A healthy, happy crowd, and they would be happier if the Hat-Tricks could get themselves a goal. Ruiz pointing out directions, the full lines for the Hat-Tricks. Marchessault, Ruiz, McKittrick, Gesso, Lucas DeBenedette centering him, and Dmitry Kuznetsov. Luke Richards draws back in. Igor Borshev and Evan Lugo make up a line, and Michael Falanga skates as the extra forward this evening. Zach Pamaleon hopping back on defense. He's paired up with Brendan Dowler as the puck is free. Marchessault trying to jar it up. Now, Mammoth player got shaken up, and he'll keep on trucking. That's actually the goal scorer, the assist getter, Tate Leeson. Puck will sit at the blue line. Mammoth will regain. Walks on at the circle. Winds up shot. Shoulder save by Frankie McClendon. And McClendon already making a couple of good saves and getting himself in rhythm for the night. The .903 save percentage, 227 goals against in 6 games played. Helped combine for a shutout the last day of calendar year 22 with Brian Wilson. He left that game with a hyperextended elbow. He's back up and healthy. To Benedette, to Gonzalez, to Yao. Yao will work this one along. Yao looking for somewhere to escape this too. Yao tied up. To Benedette. Finally will muscle his way out to Benedette. Cross the red line forward for Dustin Gesso. Gesso glides in. Shot. Save made. Dustin Gesso threw it in front. Jared Yao winds up shooting it. Equalizer. His 2nd goal of the season, ties it up and gives this fan base something to cheer about. Jared Yao having a good night for himself. You'll see it here. Winds up, got the slot, got the shot, and fired it home. It's just as simple as a puck bounced. D-Man got on the rolling puck, and he put that in the back of the net. And it now is tied up at 1 goal apiece. Follow-up shot bangs off the end boards. That'll find its way out of play. 16:07, the time to go here in the opening stanza. We've already had 8 shots and 2 goals in the first 3 minutes and 53 seconds. We're not even at the intermission or at the first media timeout. Not yet, anyway. Winds up point shot, save made, loose puck right off the faceoff. Evan Lugo with a good-looking ripper. Borshev making up a good faceoff line. It's a good third line that they've put together with Richards and Borshev and Lugo. They'll try it again. Borshev will put this up to the point. It dies as it gets to McDonald's stick. Shot blocked in the back. Borshev tries to get the shot away. Blocked down. Mammoth will carry it out. Interrupted and trying to work his way through the traffic and stapling him into the end boards was Jeffries. They'll put the shot up and over the middle. Hunt waiting for it. Yeah, with the goal. Dustin Gesso gets the assist on it. That's his 40th point of the season. And Lucas de Benedette gets the assist. And in his second game, de Benedette gets the first point of his hat-trick's career. It's a welcome sight for new guys to come on in and contribute immediately. Falanga glides forward. McKittrick with him. McKittrick walks in. Shot. Rebound. Ruiz tries to get on it. Ruiz will flip this one into the right corner. Falanga jars it free. Puck still sitting underneath the awaiting skate of Tyler Pierkarski. They'll put this one and staple it against the boards. Couple of checks here. Coming up on the first media timeout of the night. Dowler will gather. Dowler tries to flip it on. Catches a Mammoth player, Noah Wild to be exact, right off the shoulder. Rings high off the boards. Falanga settles this one down. Sets at the circle. McKittrick dips it. Got it up to the point. Dowler winds up and shoots it. Kick save by Harley White. Dowler will get on top of it. And it'll find its way out to neutral space. Zach Pamaleon, normally a forward. He's skating as a defenseman this evening. He's done this a couple of times. A pretty ambidextrous sort of player. De Benedette will funnel this low for the scoring phenom Dustin Gesso. That assist is his 17th assist of the season, his 40th point, 4-0. He's the first hat trick, nearly a terrible turnover. Kuznetsov averts catastrophe. His shot blocked upstairs and finds its way out of play. We'll take a breather, come back in a moment here on the Danbury Hat-Tricks YouTube channel. Back in a second.
Right off the jump, we've got ourselves a line ball. Robert Hyde across the glove. We're going to have a fight at center. Levesque with a couple of big rights. He scores!
Real coffee, good coffee, no great coffee. Check out our friends at Kafala Coffee. They're on the concourse here at the Danbury Ice Arena, and they'll give you the jolt of caffeine that you need. Hot chocolate and tea as options as well. Kafala Coffee. Danbury and Elmira tied up at 1 goal apiece. A game a bit fraught with some tensions already. A lot of scoring tensions as we felt up and quick and tight and physical play. Good shots. You're seeing the great camera work from ice level. 14:02 the time remaining. Shots are increasing to 8-3 in Danbury's favor. We're waiting for something at the scorers table that they're talking about with Dre, the public address announcer, and Patrick Fournette. Not sure what that's on about. They look like we're set to go, so we're good. De Benedette will take and win the face-off. Rings all the way to the opposite end of the rink. Jared Yao will let that turn into an icing. He wins the race for it. $13:53 the time remaining here in the first period. We had 2 goals go in between the pipes in the first not even 4 minutes of the hockey game. They'll look to try and furl this out. Gonzalez gets a stick on it. Mammoth sprint ahead. Stavros Soilis loses possession of the puck. Mammoth with the hit on Yao. Shot thrown on, hits the pipe on a bad angle. Kuznetsov wants Gesso. Pass gets picked off by the smartly awaiting Chris Maratia. Mammoth gained the line. Campbell dips through. Campbell looks for some room, and McClendon very smartly is just going to put his glove on it and blow that play dead. Frankie McClendon making the intelligent decision to just put that puck away. Four shots on net now for the Elmira Mammoth. The Borshev-Richards-Lugo line takes the ice. Borshev to duel with number 61, Nick Gullo, and the Hat-Tricks will win this one. Puck takes a friendly bounce, rolls all the way into the Elmira end of the rink. This is the front end of a two-game series. These teams will be playing at First Arena in Elmira tomorrow for a Sunday matinee, 3 p.m. puck drop. Lugo will ring this around. I believe it's the first time all season that the Hat-Tricks have played 3 games on 3 consecutive days, if I'm not mistaken, this season. Borshev will go down and try and get this puck. Works its way up to Richards. Richards caught Lugo in the glove. Borshev, not ruled as a hand pass. Shot bangs off the end boards from the left point. Richards tried to gain control. He left it low for Lugo. Gallo can't do much more with it than that. Puck bounces. Richards tries to sky it, and it catches the opposite corner of the rink. Across the blue line, and on we go. Puck rings on. Borshev takes a check. Hat-Tricks will get a personnel swap. The Ruiz, Marchand, Marchesson, and McKittrick line takes to the ice. Still no Gordy Bonnell. He's improving, and he'll be getting back to game shape. Ruiz walks in. Shot knocked down. Puck takes a couple of bounces. Then the Mammoth will clear this out. Pamaleon will let this turn into not an icing. Thought that was going to be. Pamaleon across for Dowler. Pamaleon looks for somewhere further to go with it. Up and knocked down. Johnny Ruiz will walk this on. Ruiz winds up, shoots it, sails it a little bit wide to the right of the post. Pamaleon will put it low. It sneaks underneath Ruiz's stick. McKittrick goes in, takes his man down. Marchesson goes down as well. Lots of bodies falling right at the point. Dowler, shot not tipped, save made by White. McKittrick on the loose puck at the circle. Played up to Dowler. Dowler looks for the shot. Blocker, save made. Loose puck. Ruiz falls down. Shot, save made. McKittrick takes a whack at it in the air. That puck is stopped. And the Mammoth are going to get the clear that they so desperately need and turn this into an icing. A frantic sequence, to say the very least. We're going back into the attacking end for the Hat-Tricks. They'll get a new forward line out there. The Ruiz, Marchesson, and McKittrick line exhausted, hanging on the ice for an extremely, extremely long time. A number of glorious chances that just don't finish off. Kyle Stevens having a chat with one of the officials who's at the bench, talking to Michael Cosentino. So we'll keep it rolling. Lucas DeBenedette from International Falls, Minnesota will step on and take the ice. He's got an assist in this game. He played last night in Binghamton. Didn't get a point in that game. Did get an assist tonight. Gesso will put it on for Yao. Jared Yao to the circle. Drops it for DeBenedette. Gesso with the shot and a kick save. Finds its way still somehow in bounds. Yao with the keeper to the top of the circle. Gesso winds up, looks for the redirect. Puck takes a couple of bounces, sits in the skates of Kuznetsov, and Harley White will get his glove on it and cover it up. A smart cover, and the Hat-Tricks peppering White with a ton of shots. They came looking to feast on Mammoth tonight, but the Mammoth is giving quite the fight back. 10:57 is the time left to go here in the first period. Kept in at the point, rolling with it. Carried out and over the red line, backhanded in. Walks it forward. Leeson, who has an assist tonight, pulls up, shoots it. McClendon with the save. He'll get it back into his mitt and just put that play away. Smart decision. Just keep that from turning into a rebound and a chance on net. This is an energized crowd here at the Danbury Ice Arena. It's a clean face-off win. for the hat tricks. Dustin Gesso walks this in. Gesso dips through one man, tries to drag through another. Puck sits at the circle, and the Mammoth will carry this one out. Cleared by Tate Leeson. Kuznetsov receives the pass and controls it, stretches this one out for Johnny McDonald. Rummed back dip, and this will be icing. Robertson will just let it sit with 10:16 left to go. Tate Leeson was trying to sneak his way off to the bench. It doesn't convince enough people, so he'll have to hop back on. 10:16 to go. Shots are 10-5 in favor of the Danbury Hat Tricks. Goals are even at 1 apiece. Dalton Anderson with 1. Jared Yao with the other. Borshev just going to have to wait. Anderson on the dot as well. Rolls around the top of the circle, puts up to the circle, clears its way out. McDonald will jar this free. Riley Robertson, the big man, lugs his way forward. Robertson dips around one man on his backhand. Looks to put this one on. Robertson thrown across, sits in the slot. Borshev dives. Richards turns, controls it on his backhand. Hands off to the pinching McDonald. Winds up, shoots it, hits the pipe. McDonald will look for somewhere else to go with this. Turns around. Shot nearly trickles in for Falanga. Not quite, though. Falanga tries to keep a handle on it. Blows a tire. Hat-tricks with the initial keep. Dowler will settle this one. Dowler will give this one across to Pamaleon. Zach Pamaleon will work this deep. McKittrick on the chase. McKittrick worked off the puck and poked up to the side. Carrying on are the Mammoth. Golo will clear this one out. Pamaleon on top of it. Looks to ring it out. Gathered and settled by Noah Wild. He'll give it back across for Blake Cudmore. Skied into the attacking end of the rink. This is an offsides. The Mammoth were a little bit quick to jump over the blue line, so Zach Pamaleon will grab it and settle it. Johnny Ruiz will take this puck for a walk. Johnny Ruiz across the red and now the blue line. Ruiz denied any further advance. Ruiz. Puck sits at the top of the dasher. Ruiz will put this up for Zach Pamaleon. Glides up, shot, looking for the redirect. It goes right on net. Save made by White. Looking for the breakout pass. In alone and looking to do something with it is Chris Hunt. McClendon will pass this away to Zach Pamaleon. Marchessault settles this. Takes it for a walk. Glides over the blue line and looks to chase the puck that he dumped in. Tyler Pierkarski's back on top of it and will take this out. Self-pass off of the boards in front of Kuznetsov. Gonzalez picked it off. DeBenedette puts it on net, and White will catch it and put it in his net. We'll take a breather. Come back in a moment from the Danbury Ice Arena here on the Danbury Hat Tricks YouTube channel. Diversified Printing Solutions in Danbury is the Hat Tricks official printing partner. You want it printed? Call Tina and let them get it inked up for you. DPS Printing Solutions. They can do it all. Locally owned, printed on paper from Connecticut trees. Especially a special thing that they operate and that they provided for us or helped us do. The brand new 2022-23 team playing card set is now available for purchase. You can get your set and get your favorite Hat Tricks players on printed paper as provided by Diversified Printing Solutions. DPS, they're our friends again, printed on paper from Connecticut trees. Brilliant pass to Dustin Gesso. Wants to put it back on and blew a tire. Did Lucas DeBenedette. A great initial setup. Tries to cut in towards the middle. And no room to go forward for Isaiah Crawford. Gesso off the boards. Gesso looks to settle it. Gesso at the goal line extended. Gesso will use the net as a shield. Pass this up for Yao. Looks for somewhere to go with it across for Kuznetsov. He'll ring this deep. We're tied up at 1 goal apiece between the Hat-Tricks and the Elmira Mammoth. Puck nearly badly turned over. 7:25 the time remaining here in the first period. Sits at the circle. Looks for somewhere to go with it. Across the blue line. Gaines glides in. Winds up shot. Blocked aside. Soilis had a good look, but no space for it. Chris Maratea will lob this in. Skied into the attacking end of the rink. Johnny McDonald will settle and give it over for Riley Robertson. High off the glass. Lugo will flip this. Borshev can't go any further with it. Lugo with it. Lugo glides his way forward. Up for Johnny McDonald. McDonald with the shot. Banged off the boards. Luke Richards pinches. Puck worked off of his stick. Evan Lugo will try to drag with it. Lugo up to Robertson. Robertson. The puck sneaks on him. Leeson in alone with one man on him. A drive across. A great dive and breakup by Johnny McDonald. And back come the Hat-Tricks. Borshev sprinting to get the loose puck. Back into neutral territory for McDonald, who broke up the play. McDonald drags, threw it across. McKittrick looking for the play out in front. Had McDonald's back. And McDonald threw it up to the point. Nobody there for it. Pamaleon will go and get this puck. Pamaleon with it. He'll put this over to the red line. Michael Falanga down low for Pamaleon. Looks for somewhere further to go with it. Pamaleon off to Dowler. Brendan Dowler glides in. Dropped low for Johnny Ruiz. Denied any further advancement. Pamaleon retreats. Pamaleon will pass this up. Picked off and handled by Noah Wild. Lobbed in by Falanga. Settled and kick. McKittrick had a brilliantly open shot. Second chance doesn't go down. He was so shocked. He was so open after the puck kicked off that corner directly to him. Holy smokes, a great opportunity. Hat-Tricks go empty. 2-on-1. The Mammoth gain the line. Shot save made by McClendon. Falanga drives right into his teammate. Dowler to the attacking line. Dowler at the blue line. Shot save made. Stick splits right in half. That's the outstretched stick. And what a sequence. What a play. 5:20 left to go here in the first period. Only a couple of seconds until we get one more pause in the action before we take a breather for the first intermission. 1 goal apiece between the Hat-Tricks and the Mammoth. Quite a sequence. And we're going to get a penalty, actually. We're going to get a penalty. Kyle Stevens is going to sit down. And so the Danbury Hat-Tricks are going on the man advantage. With 5:20 left to go, Danbury's power play, one of the lone things that's been disappointing offensively throughout the course of the season. Clean face-off win. Gonzalez down low to Pamaleon, winds up looking for the shot, blocked before it ever got on net. Marchesson up to Pamaleon. Gonzalez will hold it. Ruiz at the top of the circle. Gonzalez, Pamaleon will hold this, and look, Pamaleon. Gonzalez winds up for the blast. Shot stopped by Harley White, and the puck will roll out into empty space. Winds up at the circle. Ruiz looking for somewhere further to go with it. No room to operate. Puck flies its way out of bounds or into the protective netting. We get our media timeout. We'll take it. Hop back in just a second here on the Danbury Hat-Tricks YouTube channel. Our main man, Herm Sorcher, talking with the fans. Dr. Mart Hartsberg is an official member of the Danbury Hat-Tricks medical team. Hartsberg Chiropractic is a cutting-edge chiropractic care right here in your backyard. Check out Hartsburg Chiropractic and get on the road to a pain-free hockey season. Hat tricks are on the power play with 4 minutes and 43 seconds left to be played here in the first period. Stevens sitting with the infraction. Big thanks to our friends at the Peach Wave of Bethel as well, who've been just fabulous supporters. So here we go. Clean win for Borshev. Jesso will hang this one around the right side. Jesso takes this puck for a walk up to the line for Johnny McDonald. To the circle, McDonald walks this slow. Holds up, McDonald holds it. Yao on his right hip. He'll pass it to him. Yao back over to McDonald. Finds him shut, stopped. 4:20 the time to go. We've got 1 minute exactly left to be played on the Richard Jelenskis penalty. Draw down. Jesso across to Yao, who's got tonight's lone hat trick goal. Borshev receives it. Jesso will cycle this on. Jesso looking for the shot. Kick, save. Puck sits. Kuznetsov tries to turn and hurl it on towards the net. Mammoth control it. Blake Cudmore takes the check. Not cleared out. In front. Nearly trickles through. Borshev nearly had it. Gets tied up, and the Mammoth looking for the clear. They'll put it off the boards. Jesso puts this one up to the line. Jared Yao for Jesso. Jesso drags through. Looks for the shot. Not enough space. McDonald to the circle. Kuznetsov, Yao with him. Kuznetsov across for Jared Yao with the kick. Yao will put it down to the circle. Dustin Jesso holds it and looks. Jesso peruses, fumbles on the pass for a moment, gets back on the loose puck across for Fortune. A power play goal, and the hat tricks take a 2-1 lead. Igor Borchev. Oh boy, howdy! By way of Russia, the hat tricks take their lead. Avenue from Scarborough feeds into Moscow. You'll see the goal here. It's a great shot that finds its way through 5-hole and catches it. It's a 2-1 tally in favor of the hometown hat tricks. And Borshev loves it. Elmira got the jump. They got the first goal, and the hat tricks have responded with 2 good ones here in the period, and a power play performing at only 14%, second from the bottom in the FPHL. Only Watertown has a lower power play percentage, converts with seconds left, and the hat tricks take their first lead of the game. Zach Pamaleon will flip this in, goes and chases his own dump puck. Marchessault with him, picks up the loose puck tied in against the end boards. Marchessault and McKittrick hacking away at it with Dalton Anderson ultimately winning this. Actually, teammate of his, Corey Sherman, helping him out. Turnover puck goes to the slot. Carried on out for Stavros Soilis. Absorbs the body contact from Marchessault. Ruiz tries to jar this free. McKittrick's nearly there for it. They'll get this one out. Ruiz will just lob this deep. Bangs off the Coca-Cola sign, and we'll trickle under 3 minutes left to go in regulation time, 2:40 to be exact. Hat tricks outshooting the Mammoth 19-6. They are piling up the offensive chances, and the Mammoth are off sides with 2:33 left to go. Leeson a little bit quick on the glide in by Nick Gullo. It's a happy birthday for a kiddo upstairs. Jack, happy birthday. Hope you're getting to enjoy it, and we're glad you're enjoying it with us here at the Danbury Hat Tricks. If you want to get your tickets and be able to arrange your birthday party with the Danbury Hat Tricks, go to danburyhattricks.com/tickets or shoot an email over to Herm at danburyhattricks.com. Herm Sorcher, absolutely wonderful in shooting and taking care of those sorts of things. Dustin Jesso holds the puck in behind his net. Dmitry Kuznetsov looks to roll with them. Igor Borshev with his first goal as a hat trick. Jesso, his second assist of the game. Jesso and Johnny McDonald getting the assist as well. McDonald up to 17. The 2 for Jesso. He's up to 41 points. Gonzalez looks to funnel this up for Gesso. Has some room to work with. 1:50 left to go. Gesso forward to the blue line, leaves the puck, nearly gets away with it, and does. Kuznetsov gets on the turned over puck. Gesso looks to walk with it. Gesso scores! Dustin Gesso, a 3-point first period. The Scarborough native cannot be stopped. And it's 3-1 for the Hat-Tricks. Goodness! A brilliant sequence. You'll see it again. Gesso guts on the loose puck and just wires it home. It's a turnover by Elmira. Got to it. Circles shot. Just textbook goal scoring. And the Hat-Tricks are back at it again. Another shot. Another save. Another shot. Another save. Two quick ones right off the face-off immediately following the goal. And Harley White has been pressured a ton to the slot. Marchessault Borshev again nearly had another goal, which would have been 2 for the game. The Hat-Tricks finding their offensive rhythm and clicking in a huge way. Shots 20-6 in favor of the hometown Hat-Tricks. 3 goals. Gesso with points on all of them. He got a primary assist on Jared Yow's and Igor Borshev's goal, and he just did the honors himself and scored as Leeson will glide this forward. Leeson across and wanted to find his man Soilus, just sitting on the doorstep, couldn't do so, and the Hat-Tricks are now going to go on the penalty kill. Elmira's power play working at an 18.4% click. Their penalty kill an 80% rate. Danbury's penalty kill slightly higher, performing at 83%. So here we go. 1 minute, 7 seconds of penalty kill time in the period. 1 minute and 7 seconds of time left to go in the first period. Johnny Ruiz will hop on and take the face-off against Gullo. Clean win. He'll back up for it, and we've got a whistle. We've got an interference call, and so much for the Elmira power play. Tate Leeson is going to go off to the bench. So much for that. That doesn't even last 5 seconds. It lasts 4. So we're going to get 1 minute and 56 seconds worth of 4-on-4 skating time. And the Hat-Tricks can say this. They're 1 for 1 on the penalty kill this evening. It's 4 seconds worth of a penalty kill, but hey, it counts. 1 minute left to go. $50 seconds left. Dre, the public address announcer, announces the goal here. Gesso with the goal. Winds up shot, fans on it. Yow tries to get this up. Hat-Tricks with a chance to glide on in. McKittrick with Ruiz. Ruiz draws a shot. Hit the pipe. Oh, begging for it to go down and make it 4-1. Ruiz with a whack at it. Gonzalez will settle this down. Gonzalez will glide forward. Ruiz going to hop off. Pass up a little bit too long. McKittrick to the circle. 15 seconds left. McKittrick will work this free. McKittrick to Gonzalez. Gonzalez winds up, dips through. Gonzalez at the circle. Dustin Gesso will free himself across to Jared Yow. They've got 5 seconds left. Got to shoot it. Save made by Harley White. And nothing more to do with it than that. We have come to the first intermission. Elmira got the first goal. The Danbury Hat-Tricks countered and have dominated play since the opening couple of minutes. 3-1. A recap on the scoring very quickly. 18, a ton of shots, 21 of them on net, 18 saves for Harley White. Dustin Gesso with 3 points in that first period. He's up to 42 points, 24 goals, and with the 2 assists now, 18 of them. So that's that. Gesso's been the story of this game, a dominant offensive performer, and the Hat-Tricks will go to the locker room and reset and just get themselves. Lucky fan got himself a puck from one of the players. That's always very nice. So we'll take a breather. We'll come back in a little bit from the Danbury Ice Arena here on the Danbury Hat Tricks YouTube channel. Second period about set to begin between the Danbury Hat-Tricks and the Elmira Mammoth. 3-1 the advantage in favor of the Danbury Hat-Tricks. The Mammoth got the game's first goal, and Danbury answered back with a big offensive push. Quick look at some of the scores around the FPHL. 2-2 is the score between Mississippi. No, 3-3 now is the score between Mississippi and Carolina. Binghamton is in Delaware, and that score, which matters an awful lot to the Danbury Hat-Tricks and their fans, currently sits at 2-1 Delaware. The Thunder looking for what would be one of the bigger upsets and bigger victories of the season for the entire FPHL. 7:18 left to go in the left to go in that matchup. The Black Bears outshooting Delaware currently 25-14 in that one. 2-1 in favor of the Delaware Thunder. Watertown is in Motor City to play the Rockers, and the Wolves are up 2-1. And after a 7-0 walking through of the Port Huron Prowlers, the River Dragons are leading their matchup against them right now. It sits at 1-0 in favor of Columbus. Dustin Gesso with 3 points so far in this here matchup. Had his own goal, had an assist. We still have an extended amount of power play time, or 4-on-4 time. The Mammoth were set up to have power play time that would likely carry over into the second period, but an immediate interference penalty has us with 52 seconds worth of 4-on-4 skating time to open up the second period. Danbury and the Home Blacks going from right to left across your internet waves. Elmira in the Road Whites going the opposite direction in the white and purple jerseys. 20 minutes up on the clock. To reiterate, this scoring is as follows. Elmira's first goal belongs to Dalton Anderson. Jared Yao got the first hat-trick goal. Igor Borshev got the second hat-trick goal on the power play. And Dustin Gesso popped one with 1:39 seconds left to go in the first period. The puck is dropped. We're underway from the Danbury Ice Arena. Soilus retreats back to the circle. Soilus glides through. Soilus will pull this up. Soilus takes the check from Daniel McKittrick. Looks for somewhere to go with it. He'll just hold it against the back of his net. Soilus waits to move. Moretta up and forward. Moretta will receive it, walk across the red line. Moretta will glide his way on. Campbell got to it, worked its way free. Bouncing puck. Campbell on top of it. Works it out. Puck sits right up against the line there. Puck free. Maratea will regain at the blue line and give it on backwards for Gullo, who will retreat. Gullo walks it. Gullo will hold on to it, and the special teams time has come to a conclusion. Hits Dustin Gesso on the clearing attempt. He didn't know where the puck bounced to. Cleared up to the line by Tate Leeson. Picked off by Kyle Gonzalez and rung deep off the boards. Settles here. O'Connor can't go anywhere with it. Dustin Gesso will settle and give it on back to Kyle Gonzalez. Across O'Reilly Robertson. Dmitry Kuznetsov gets the secondary assist on Danbury's second goal. The shot sails upstairs on Kuznetsov's shot. .18:35, the time remaining here in the opening stanza. Lucas de Benedette will take the center ice draw. De Benedette's face-off win rolls its way to the circle. Gesso Tries to work his way free. Gesso looks for the shot save made. Rebound chance. Man goes down in front of the net to Benedette. They'll try and keep it at the blue line and can't. It sneaks behind Robertson. Kuznetsov has to go back and get this one. Lobs it high off the glass. Takes a couple of bounces. Sneaks underneath Mammoth defenseman Pekarsky to Benedette and Gesso in pursuit. To Benedette trying to turn this over. Tied up against the boards. Gesso will work it up to Kuznetsov. Shot and a nice glove hand save by Harley White to stone it cold. We're about 2 minutes in. Shots were 21-6 in the first period to 23-6 if you go by the online stat sheet. 21 listed up here on the board. It's been a pretty thorough domination. Borshev tries to get the faceoff win. It's tied up. Rolls to the point. Perdowler shot, kick, save. Richards will try and clear this around to the right side. Bounces off the glass. Richards shot. Sticked off by Cudmore. Borshev tries to work this free. Richards and Lugo will carry this out. Dowler settles and holds it. Brendan Dowler across to Zach Pamaleon. Looks for the stretch pass. Settles and gathers. Borshev up to Lugo, who shoots it, and the save is made with 17:29 to play in the second. The Elmira Mammoth goaltender holding his own and has looked relatively comfortable between the pipes. A lot of pressure, but he's looking pretty good. He's already working his way up. After just the first period, he was working on a 20-save evening. Borshev back on to take the face-off. Dalton Anderson will step on and duel with him. Puck bounces. Richards can't go anywhere further with it. Lobbed out. Flies its way into hat-trick ice. Gonzalez wins the race to it. Beats Leeson down there. 17:19 the time on the clock. Ruiz will step in and take the face-off against Dalton Anderson. It's a clean win. Looks to try and put it on net. Another clean and straight-up save. Harley White has been relatively easily the best player for the Elmira Mammoth this evening. Ruiz to duel again with Anderson. As the lone goal tonight. Up to the line. Fakes it. Turn over. Delayed penalty going against the Hat-Tricks. Mammoth drag shoot off the pipe. The Hat-Tricks are wildly fortunate that did not go into the back of the net. They will avoid that misfortune. They have to instead sit with the misfortune of Jared Yao sitting down for 2 minutes for a tripping penalty. You'll see it again here. This is the breakaway. There's the trip. That's pretty straightforward. That's textbook. They're going to call it every single time. So no argument, no issues with that. The Hat-Tricks now looking to kill off another penalty. They are technically 1 for 1, but in truth, that first power play only lasted 4 seconds before the Mammoth took a penalty of their own. McKittrick and Ruiz tried to poke this free. McDonald trying to deny Soilis the chance to drive in. Ruiz will poke this out. McKittrick off the boards. Ruiz will go up and try and get this one. They've killed off the first 25 seconds worth of the power play. Working for it is Chris Hunt. He'll glide his way forward. Hunt dips around Gesso. Gets to the blue line. Hunt pulls up at the circle. Hunt to the slot. Hunt will work this one up to the left side. Down to the dot. Pivots and spins. Looks for somewhere to go with it. Goal line extended. Looks for somewhere forward with it. Minute and 10 left to go on the man advantage. Goal will put it low. Spinning off is Leeson. To the point. Hunt winds up shot. Blocked. Caught the skate of Johnny Ruiz. Golo. To the top. Shot blocked by Johnny Ruiz. He's got 2 blocked shots on this one penalty kill. Holds up. Down to the circle. Looks to roll with it. At the circle. Dips through. Soilis. Hooked up, drop for Hunt. Dot, shot, blocked. Johnny McDonald took that to the gut. Dustin Gesso is going to skate this alone. McDonald took some real punishment on that. Puck cleared high off the glass, and Falanga will give chase. White tries to pass this. Puck sits in Falanga's skates. Very, very fortunate that he had a teammate in Nathan Campbell on to be able to cover that up and get this puck across. O'Connor will glide in. 10 seconds left to go, and the Hat-Tricks will clear this puck out to neutral ice. Dustin Gesso tried to muscle his way through Maratea, and that's going to be that. The Hat-Tricks have completed the penalty kill. Took all of 4 seconds the first time. They're now 2 for 2 after a full one as Borshev breaks up this exit. Falanga will lob this deep. Borshev has to get back on sides. He does. Lugo picks off the pass, sits at the red line. Falanga will ring this around. Lugo glides in. Lugo controls it. Marchessault is breaking onto the ice. Puck cleared out, tipped by Gonzalez. A lone stick sits in the hat-trick end of the rink. Brendan Dowler will get on top of it. Dowler up to Lugo. Lugo to Borshev. Puck knocked straight up. Borshev off sides. They're back on. Wild off the boards. Low and out. Picked off by Dowler in neutral space. Dowler will fly this in. Caught cleanly. And we'll go to our first media timeout of the second period. Brief pause, back in a moment here on the Danbury Hat-Tricks YouTube channel.
Right off the jump, we've got ourselves a line ball. Robert Hyde across the puck. We're going to have a fight at center. Avec with a couple of big rights. He scores!
McCabe's Classic Deli in Brookfield is ready to serve you breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Grab or go or ready to eat. McCabe's is food with a Bronx flair. The Hat-Tricks win tonight. We're going to buy one, get one breakfast sandwich from McCabe's Classic Delis. And you can cash in on that thanks to our partnership with Fan Saves. You can go onto the Danbury Hat-Tricks website and go and make sure to get your opportunity to cash in on that. Danbury in the lead 3-1, 14-10 the time left to go. Superfan Ron Rogel. Johnny Ruiz will be taking the face-off, and the Hat-Tricks back to the attacking end of the ice where they have been for the majority of the frame. Mammoth will flip this into the attacking end. Pamaleon brings this up, gets checked. Puck rolls over the line. Marchessault with the hit. Pamaleon. Puck sneaks around over to his side. Pamaleon up to Jared Yao. Leaves it for Michael Marchessault. Lips it. Whacked in. Marchessault will get to and settle this down. Marchessault with some space. Glides in. Got a goal last night. One of two the Hat-Tricks got in a game that turned into a mess, but for most of it really was a lot closer. One of those was an empty netter. Elmira back into the attacking end and poked away. Frankie McClendon ready for it, but his D-men had his back. Gesso, pass forward. McKittrick was heading off. Lucas de Benedette tipped at the blue line. Pamaleon off the boards. Whacked in once more. Soilus will glide his way in. Soilus tries to dip his way through. And the Hat-Tricks will clear it. Pitchforked up. Maratea can't control it. Kuznetsov to the attack. At the circle. Shot. Save made. Rebound. Bouncing puck. And Maratea will get on the loose puck. De Benedette crashed the net. And just couldn't quite control it cleanly enough for a goal. It's still 3-1. Mammoth back to the attacking end. Gesso. We'll just leave it and settle it. Gesso holds it and puts it to the left side for McDonald. His left. Gesso glides in. Gesso cuts it across the middle. Catches Kuznetsov on the skate. He'll ring this deep. De Benedette tied up, falls down at the point, cleared out by the Mammoth. This is not going to turn into an icing. Catches a cut in the ice. Robertson, McDonald. Johnny McDonald glides on across the blue line. McDonald pulls up, going a little too fast, and the Mammoth will get some headlong speed. Chris Hunt lines up, shot, sailed upstairs with 11:50 remaining here in the frame. 3-1 the score. Recent round of Danbury jerseys, a game-worn Danbury Hat-Tricks jerseys available for auction. And check out one of the recent stories on the Danbury Hat-Tricks website and bid, courtesy of our friends at Dash. Very happy that they are providing us with all of those opportunities to enjoy ourselves. Richards will backhand this one around. Gonzalez on it. Gonzalez looks to funnel this out. Marchesson with the check here. Richards. Puck sneaks underneath him. This will be lobbed back. Jared Yao will ring this around. Sneaks underneath Gonzalez's stick. Muscled and turned over. Nearly. Picked up in neutral space by Blake Cudmore. Pass across high. Hunt will ring this deep. Gonzalez on top of it. Gonzalez will leave it for Luke Richards. Richards with the pass ahead. Evan Lugo will settle this down. Borshev winds up with a blast. Shot blocked by O'Connor. Borshev and Lugo. Lugo takes a hard shoulder check from Gulo. Puck sits on the top of the circle and rolls its way down. Cleared out. Gonzalez giving chase. This is called as an icing. Dowler won the race to the puck. 10:54 the time remaining. Couple of birthday parties, couple of friends here able to enjoy themselves here at the Danbury Ice Arena. We're very happy to have you all on board. At the circle, McKittrick rolls through. McKittrick turns, fires, and sails a little bit high. Dowler will settle it at the point and put it low for Ruiz. Skips low through McKittrick, bounces at the point, gathered up, looks for the shot, not tipped, and finds its way to the end boards. Ruiz trying to keep it in. Crawford can't complete that keep. Ricard's Jelineskis will carry this one on, taken away by Dowler. Taken down by Dowler. That's going to be a penalty whistled against Dowler. So 2-minute minor coming up against hat-trick defenseman Brendan Dowler. So the hat-tricks will go on to the penalty kill again. Or are we going to get matching? Jelineskis is walking over as well. They're both going into the box, so we're getting matching minor penalties. 10:21 the time remaining here in the second period. So we're going to have 2 more minutes worth of 4-on-4 time to go. Crash into the boards is the result of this, so Easton will carry this through. We're skating 4-on-4 with about 10 minutes and change left to go in the second period. Jesso with the self-pass, thrown across one, and Kuznetsov turned over, shot saved by McClendon, bobbling puck, and swallowed up by Frankie McClendon. All of 18 seconds burned off. McClendon getting his round of cheers.
And he was briefly involved with all coach in the field operating. He's a member of the 2013 Denver World Champions. He's dressed in a charcoal Hugo Boss.
10:03 the time left to go. Flipped over the middle. Kyle Gonzalez glides in. One man to get through. Ran out of possession time. Got denied any further advancement by Nathan Campbell. Puck sits against the apron of the goal. Campbell holds it, puts it up to the right. Anderson thrown across, sneaks underneath a man. It's a holding penalty. And an embellishment penalty called against Jelinskis. We'll have another whistle here with 9:25 left. We'll have our media timeout. We'll take a breather, hop back in a second from the Danbury Ice Arena. Brief pause. Back in a moment.
Whatever it is, roll, now roll. Now roll. If you don't have roll, thinking you're going to go to the show, please stand up. If you don't want to let them your garage and your master, the place to go. When I call.
Quick word from our friends at Clancy Moving and Relocation. Moving is stressful, but it doesn't have to be. Call Clancy and let them do the heavy lifting. Residential and commercial, plus other services including storage. Remember, Clancy is fancy. Clancy has also been very generous enough to sponsor a new endeavor that we're providing, in which you, the fans at home, get to put on your Nostradamus hat and predict how you think the game will go. Whoever gets the most predictions correct will get a prize of a $100 in-arena credit that is good for any of the concessions or any of the merchandise or anything at the arcade. You get that opportunity to support the Danbury Hat-Tricks and the opportunity to enjoy yourselves when you come to a game at the Danbury Arena. All you have to do is go to GameDayGuesser.com/Danbury Hat-Tricks and take part in said opportunity. Sponsored by Domino's and Clancy. Mammoth are on a delayed power play opportunity here. Leeson will retreat across the blue line, give it on backwards at the line for Tim O'Connor. Fades and puts this up to the boards and glides in on the wings. Leeson with some space, glides in, ran out of real estate. Hat-Tricks can't get the touch up. We're running out of time skating 4-on-4, and we will get to that point where, Dowler and Jelenskis will come out of the box. So we're skating 6-on-5 right now. Dowler throws a check. There's already going to be one penalty called, and that will stop the play right there with 8:11 on the clock. So Michael Falanga is going to go directly into the box. It's a 2-minute tripping minor against Michael Falanga, the East Haven, Connecticut native. So 2 minutes up on the clock for that. 8:11 left to go in the second period. Gesso calling out signals. The Hat-Tricks have killed off 2 penalties already in this game. Maratea will put it down on the boards, looks for somewhere to go with it, holds it, works it. Maratea will settle it against the blue line, looks to funnel this on. Knocked down by Kyle Gonzalez. McKittrick with the headlong clear. White out of his net, trying to settle it. Will ring this high off the board, sits on the apron of the goal. Gesso still pursues the puck, and now finally the Mammoth will just take some time and settle it. Kyle Stevens will hold it at his end of the rink. Stevens up to Maratea. Stretch pass, knocked down by Gesso. Mammoth keep going. Brilliant skating. Chance shot a little bit wide. Good setup by Tim O'Connor. Can't quite get the finisher. The whistle sounds. I believe the net came off its moorings. Yep, Frankie McClendon's looking over at the post, and they're going to put it back into its spot. So 7:32 the time remaining here in the second period. They're waiting to get the right personnel they want on the ice, and Jesso's going to hop back in. But McKittrick will be taking the face-off against Gullo. Finally, a dropped puck. Gullo with the face-off win. Along the boards. Up to the point. Walks it low. Onto the circle. Top circle. Looks for somewhere to go with it. Blue line holds it. Nathan Campbell. 1:05 left of power play time. Seven minutes left to be played in the period. McClendon will just put it away in his mitt. An enthusiastic crowd, and we might get a little bit more interesting right here. I don't think it'll materialize immediately, though. 7 minutes of time left to go. Seven minutes on the dot, 49 seconds worth of power play time remaining to be killed off. Bouncing at the puck, Hunt will funnel this deep. Robertson will clear it. Richards will go out and chase it. White puts his stick on it, will pass it up to the right wing for Hunt. Glides forward through the bench area. Hunt takes the check from Robertson, kept on trucking, lost control of the puck. Mammoth tried to settle it. Robertson on the loose puck. Hunt throws his revenge check. Johnny Ruiz will take this out and glide it through neutral ice and lob it like a grenade. Kicks on the backside of the net. Richards takes a couple of body checks. And the Mammoth will settle it. Spinning a couple of pretty nice spins by Stavros Soilis. He'll glide on, cross the center logo, and throws it to the boards. Final couple of seconds will burn off. The hat tricks are perfect on the penalty kill this evening. Sits in the slot, winds up shot, sails a little bit wide, sits on the apron of the goal. Dowler. Falanga has jumped back into the play. Falanga carries on. 2-on-1. Lugo with him. Lands off to Lugo. Drag shot. Score! Falanga! 4-1 for the hat tricks. A wonderful setup, a wonderful attack. You'll see it again as we get the setup here. It's a brilliant walk-in that they force. Falanga with the attack. Here it is. Falanga with the glide in. The close-up shot, pass here, shot, and score. This will be Falanga's goal, his third goal of the season. Give an assist also over to Evan Lugo. It's a great sequence and a wonderful combination of plays. This will be skied up into the 200 seating section. It's Falanga's goal. It is really that simple. Falanga with the goal, his third, his 7th point. Evan Lugo with his 13th assist. He's up to 21 points. Bring it around for Crawford. Kuznetsov trying to jar this free. Takes a couple more checks at it. Kuznetsov will put it up to the point for McDonald. Robertson winds up shot. Kick, save. Jesso will settle it. Looks to turn and ring this deep. Sneaks a little bit away from Lucas de Benedette. Falanga gets the goal. He earned it. Jumped out of the box and immediately jumped back into the offensive collection of plays. 5:15 the time remaining. Glides up and forward. Piekarski across the line. Piekarski will just dump it, can't chase it. Gets ran into by the big man, Riley Robertson. Jesso nearly blows a tire. Lost balance, so the Mammoth will get the puck back. Winds up and blasts a shot in from neutral ice. McClendon will knock it down. Up to Kuznetsov. He'll hold it and look. Lofts it high. Somehow doesn't hit any of the speakers. McDonald catches and drops it. Maratea gets on the loose puck. On and forward, takes a couple of bounces. McClendon will put it off to the side. Gonzalez will staple this in. Gonzalez will look to carry this out. A couple of checks here. Gonzalez working at it. Gonzalez. Jesso Not quite free yet. Puck backhanded shot saved made by McClendon. Second chance, it's the side of the net from Stavros Soilis. Elmira getting a couple of offensive chances to go their way, and they force a turnover. McDonald with the check to deny any more damage on that. Dustin Gesso across the middle, tries to spring his way free. He'll funnel it deep and head off for a line change. Hat-tricks have the lone goal of the game here in the second period. 4 minutes left. Artea up and across the blue line, glides in, backhand lobbed into the attacking end of the rink. Yeah, will ring this around. Gonzalez and McKittrick. Daniel McKittrick, the puck sneaks underneath him. Falanga with Marchessault, 3-on-3 as they walk in. Drop pass for McKittrick. Goal for Falanga! This building is going berserk! His second goal of the period! Boy, howdy! 5-1 for the Hat-Tricks. And after a disappointing couple of games, Danbury's back in full force. Great play in front. Falanga got to the open net and finished that off. Ran right into Jared Yao, who has the first of the Hat-Tricks goals. You can't even blame Harley White for any of these. He has been under siege for the duration of the game. Pamela will sprint back and go get this. It is an icing. I don't believe we've had our under 5 media time out yet. It stops after a goal, and correct, we have not. We'll take that right now. Brief pause, back in a moment from the Danbury Ice Arena here on the Danbury Hat-Tricks YouTube channel.
Right off the jump, we've got ourselves a line ball. Robert Hyde across the puck. We're going to have a fight at center. Vivek with a couple of big rights. He scores!
Quick word from our friends at Todd Maserati Alfa Romeo of Danbury. Todd Maserati Alfa Romeo of Danbury is the premier automobile partner in the Danbury area. Located on Newtown Road, the Bennett family has been putting the community behind the wheel for over 35 years. Dream big. Drive a Maserati or Alfa Romeo. New and pre-owned vehicles are available. Let Todd Maserati Alfa Romeo of Danbury be your choice. Coming up on just 3 minutes left to go here in the second period, the Hat-Tricks and the Elmira Mammoth. 5-1 in favor of the Hat-Tricks. 5 unanswered goals. Pamela shot set wide. Richards with a shot and a nice glove hand save made by Harley White. And JJ Stacks, our friends just down the road, Federal Road in Brookfield, is going to be handing out some pancakes. That's a couple of free pancakes with the multiple goals here in the second period. 3:04 the time remaining. Lucas De Benedette off the face-off win. Sweeps behind the net. Up to Dowler. Winds up for the blast. Save made, loose puck. And the Mammoth will get control of it. Crawford will give it on back at the circle and look for somewhere to go with it. Gets checked in. Gets hit pretty hard. Turnover by Dustin Gesso. Falanga with his second goal of the evening. Put it up to the line. Daniel McKittrick gets the lone assist on that goal. Dowler across. Fans on the clearing attempt. Has Corey Sherman bearing down on him. Pamela will glide this out. Zach Pamela into the attacking end of the rink. Pamela glides in, shoots it, save made, big rebound. Dustin Gesso, the puck sneaks away from him, and back come the Mammoth to the attacking end. Lobbed up. Pamela will settle it. Pamela grabs it, looks to hurl it, settled down. Dustin Gesso into the attacking end. Gesso at the circle. Gesso pulls up, shot hit the pipe. Oh boy, Dustin Gesso nearly had a 5-point game. That shot saved made by Frankie McClendon. And now we got a fight. Now we got a brawl banging up against the glass and taken down with a couple of extra shots thrown on Dakota Seaman, mixing it up from the Elmira Mammoth, I believe, against Zach Pamaleon. Pamaleon, not a terribly big guy, but absolutely fearless and willing to go against anybody. Getting back up to his feet. And yep, Dakota Seaman will head off. It is Zach Pamaleon, and he took a lot of the worst of it. Tonight's first proper fight, the hat tricks, giving the people what they came out to see. Zach Pamaleon gets a roarous applause from the crowd here at the Danbury Ice Arena. Pamaleon will toss his jersey off. He doesn't need that for the rest of the game. We're under 2 minutes to go here in the second period of regulation time. There's going to be a couple of fight penalties at the 18:05 mark of this game. Just as a heads up, Dakota Seaman engaged with Zach Pamaleon. A good fight, a good quality scrap. 5-1 the score. Ruiz. And we got another brawl almost immediately. Dowler gets in on it. And the party keeps on rolling here at the Danbury Ice Arena. Thrown down. Oh, boy. Ho-ho! Come enjoy a night at the Danbury Arena, and you'll get yourselves a good bargain for good hockey and good things as Michael Marchessault hypes the crowd up a little bit more and gets some applause from his teammates. Johnny Ruiz keeps barking at a Mammoth player who's trying to separate himself from the officials. Soilus wanted to go at him. We had two fights in just a couple of seconds. Ruiz keeps barking. Ruiz and Soilus keep hollering at each other. And the Danbury Arena is up for grabs.
And to remember that the Oklin jerseys all on auction now. $3 auction in the 9 p.m.
It's still 1:53 left to go here in the second period. We've had two hat-trick goals here in the frame, both of them belonging to Michael Falanga. A quality, spirited, and enjoyable matchup. 1:53 left. Remember, you can get recently game-worn jerseys of the Danbury hat-tricks available for auction. Johnny Ruiz is, we're getting a guy coming out of the penalty box for Elmira. It's Nathan Campbell, who's coming back over to the bench. These will be two fighting majors, as I believe Dowler has gone back to the locker room as well. An awful lot to jot down on the penalty sheet. Multiple fights. It's a good time here at the Danbury Ice Arena, to say the very least. You see Johnny Ruiz having a chat with the officials. Ruiz will keep talking, keep explaining what he thought about the fight situation. Where I think it looks like the hat tricks are actually going to be shorthanded. They've only got 4 skaters on the ice right now. We're waiting for the officials to finish up with their explanation of everything to Dre, the public address announcer, and Patrick Fournette. So they're going to keep talking about all this and keep figuring out what exactly it's going to be. It's a 5-minute major penalty put up the board against Brendan Dowler. So a 5-minute major against Dowler with 1:53 left to go. The Mammoth are going to be on the power play for a good long time. Hunt's shot blocked by Johnny McDonald. Up for Ruiz. He'll sprint ahead and get the loose puck. Johnny Ruiz pulls up, spins out of the contact. McKittrick at the net, called for it. The puck flew well past him. Ruiz with the takeaway. Ruiz to the net. Ruiz backhander stopped by Harley White. Great stop in net by White to keep it at only a 5-1 game, and the Hat Tricks really are pouring it on offensively, even shorthanded. They are getting a number of great opportunities. Trying to pick a pocket. Flipped up to empty space as we come up on the last minute and 10 left to go in the second period. Hat Tricks up 5-1, and looking to ride this to a pretty straightforward result. Puck kicks off the back of the net, and they'll glide forward. Campbell spins out of the would-be hit by Dustin Gesso. Campbell up and over the red line. Thrown across. Falanga's going to clear this to the opposite end. Falanga, 2 goals on the game. It's a 5-minute fighting penalty on Marchessault. Dowler being whistled for a game misconduct. Soilis also gets a 5 minutes for fighting. That's an awful lot of stuff that has gone down as we're down to just 20 seconds left to go in the period. 20 seconds left. Mixing it up. Gesso. Yao. Mixing it up with O'Connor in front, shoving sticks against each other. They're going to drop the mitts. We've got another fight. Yao and O'Connor. O'Connor goes down, and Yao, the third fight of the period, and Yao, giving the people what they want to see. Spirit, energy, and a guy going off to the benches that they can serenade with their happy cheers. Boy, howdy. Welcome to the Danbury Ice Arena. We have hockey, we have energy, we have a good time for all to come out and see and enjoy. And by the way, we still have 8 seconds left to go in the second period. We have had 3 fights. By the way, the Mammoth are still on the power play. They still have 3 minutes and 15 seconds worth of a man advantage. Richards and Gullo on the draw. Richards will win it. McDonald will put this into Elmira ice. Richards trying to take this away. That's going to be that, as we might have further extracurriculars, but the officials are going to look at the players and say, no, that's perfectly all well enough. You hop back and go on to the locker rooms and get yourself all caught up. 5-1 the score at the end of 2. 2 goals for Michael Falanga, who has been spectacular on this game tonight. A couple of very good loose goals. Dustin Gesso, a 4-point game for Dustin Gesso, and the Hat Tricks leave to regroup in the locker room and leave to uproarious applause from the crowd here at the Danbury Ice Arena. It's a good night to be a Hat Trick. It's a good night to be a fan of the Danbury Hat Tricks. We're going to take a breather and come back in a little bit with the third and final period of regulation time between the Hat Tricks and the Elmira Mammoth. Brief pause, back in a moment here on the Danbury Hat Tricks YouTube channel. The third and final period about set to begin between the Danbury Hat-Tricks and the Elmira Mammoth here at the Danbury Ice Arena. Welcome aboard for what's been a fun ride, especially if you're a Hat-Tricks fan. I'm Chris Lynch. The Hat-Tricks in the lead 5-1 over the Elmira Mammoth. The coach is starting to trickle back onto the ice for the Hat-Tricks. It's a full stable of coaches on the bench. Tyler Noseworthy, Steve Brown, Billy McCreary, the head coach and head of the operation, goaltending director for the whole organization, Matt Voidy, set up behind the bench, and John Krapinski, the last man walking out to the bench. So here we are. Let's catch you up very quickly on the scoring of these goals that the Hat-Tricks have gotten. 5 of them throughout the course of this evening's proceedings. 3 of them came in the first period. 2 of them came on in the second period. Dustin Gesso had points on all 3 of the Hat-Trick goals, and the team is coming back out onto the ice as we speak. He had a primary assist on the first goal, had a primary assist on the second goal. Igor Borshev's goal had just the goal himself to make it 3-1 at the very end of the first period. Michael Falanga got a goal late on in the second, and then he got another goal later on in the second. Falanga working on a 2-goal evening. Elmira coming back out onto the ice as well. Elmira and the white jerseys, they'll be going from right to left across your internet waves. Danbury and Elmira will duel again tomorrow on the road in Elmira. The Hat-Tricks and Mammoth. First place team in the Empire Division, the Hat-Tricks, dueling off against the third place team in the Empire, Elmira, wrestling for a playoff spot. Here's a quick look at some of the other scores from around the FPHL. It's a final in Carolina between the Thunderbirds and Mississippi Seawolves. 8-3 the final for Carolina. They had a very good night out there. Watertown in the lead over Motor City 3-1 up in Michigan as the puck is dropped and we're underway right here. There's still 3 minutes on the dot worth of power play time left to go on Brendan Dowler's major penalty. Crawford controls it, puts it over to the right side, winds up at the circle, will funnel it down low, looks for somewhere else to go with it, sits and kicks, winds up, sits at the blue line across for Coldmore. Shot blocked by McKittrick. They'll carry this one out. Coming up on the last 2 minutes. Remember, the Hat-Tricks have to serve these 5 minutes regardless, as the penalty box is very piled up. 4 guys for the Hat-Tricks in the box, a third, 3 sitting over on the Elmira side of the sin bin. It's a bit of a hilarious image with all of the fights that have gone down throughout the course of the evening. A couple of other scores. Columbus leads Port Huron 5-2. That's going to be the Hat-Tricks matchup next week. And Binghamton has tied their game with Delaware. As Falanga will poke this out, Dustin Gesso giving chase. Looks for somewhere to go with it. Man falls down. Dustin Gesso will turn and look to score. Fires. Save made. And a good swallow by Harley White, who really has conducted himself quite well in the Elmira net this evening. .18:42 the time remaining here in the third and final period of regulation time. Richards with the draw win. Gonzalez will ring this deep. Kicked and carried on by Kyle Stevens. He'll settle it behind the net and leave it for somebody to pick up and go with it. Glides in and drops it behind him. Does Tate Leeson. Campbell forward, across the blue line. Campbell runs out of real estate at the top of the circle, takes the check, or at least avoids the worst of it. Cleared away by Evan Lugo. Lugo, who recorded one of the assists earlier on in the game. Again, 5-2 Columbus over Port Huron. 3-1 Watertown over Motor City. The only game that's final is the Carolina game, as that's going to be whistled and play is killed. One minute and 11 seconds remain to go on the power play time. Johnny Ruiz will step on and take the face-off. Hat-tricks will control the draw. Kuznetsov tries to funnel it across for an awaiting Borshev. They have 3 forwards out here on the penalty kill. 1 defenseman, it's Johnny McDonald. Coming up on the last 55 seconds worth of power play time. Pulls up, looks for the pass forward, skips in, walks it from the top of the circle, winds up, pulls it, looks for somewhere to go with it, glides into the blue line at the right circle. They'll cycle it through. Piekarski will swap spots with goal. Down to the goal line, extended shot flies right across Frankie McClendon's gut. They'll gather this up and look to pummel this out. Not quite able to complete the clear. Slot shot, wants it, save made by McClendon. And it's a good save and a good cover. 17-17 left here in the third. The Hat-tricks and Mammoth will meet up tomorrow night. 3 p.m. puck drop at First Arena in Elmira, New York, in western and southern New York, on the southern tier of the state of Vermont, just a little bit north of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Kyle Gonzalez will look for the outlet pass, and Piekarski will cut it off before it can bounce to Dustin Gesso. 15 seconds left to go as Gesso looked for a high sticking call and does not get it. Pass up ahead, falling down is Falanga. They're going to say that Piekarski got a piece of it before the blue line, so no icing. White has to handle it as though he's a defenseman to try and keep from Dustin Gesso getting on top of it. And we're back to 5-on-5. Lucas de Benedette was serving Brendan Dowler's major penalty. So on we go. Gonzalez gets on the loose puck that Elmira effectively turns over as they take an attacking play. Gesso spins around the official, goes back behind the net. Dustin Gesso will just hold it, hands it off for Riley Robertson. Robertson spins off the net, comes clean off its moorings, and it's an interesting hit and an interesting place for that to roll its way to. Tate Leeson just plain old hit the net nice and cleanly and is going to head off to the bench. No penalties to follow from any of this. Hat-tricks with 5 goals on the game, 2 of them coming in the second period off the stick of Michael Falanga. Golo and Ruiz off the tie-up. Kuznetsov will put it backwards for Zach Pamaleon. Given across for Johnny McDonald. Long pass ahead. This is not going to turn into an icing. They're going to say that Elmira had a chance to play this. Backhanded in by Zach Pamaleon. Ruiz can't go anywhere with it. Richards will poke this out. Pamaleon across. Normally a forward. Pamaleon is playing defense for this game tonight. Puck will ring its way around. Johnny Ruiz will pinch. Tries to muscle his way on. Ruiz will poke this free. Ruiz holds it. Sits on the goal line extended. Kuznetsov will work it up to Pamaleon. Walks it. Threw it across to Johnny McDonald at the circle. McDonald's shot tipped upstairs and finds its way fluttering to the opposite boards. Kuznetsov will put it around for McDonald at the point. Winds up, wants the tip. It sails its way wide to the right side. Hunt glides on. Hunt walks it, looks for it. Tries to spin off his man. Richards with the check. Ruiz will take this away. Ruiz absorbs the contact, gets hit right into the Elmira bench. Pass on ahead. Gonzalez will get to the loose puck. Kyle Gonzalez. Pass up the wing to Michael Falanga. Falanga sprints in. Falanga looks. Falanga Can't do much more with it. Shot on from Lugo, and that's going to stop play at the 15-minute mark exactly. This is going to be an Elmira penalty. Chris Maratia is going to sit down, and Danbury goes on the man advantage. It's a cross-checking infraction against the forward/defenseman, and so Danbury will be skating on the attack. They have one power play goal tonight. It was gotten by Borshev back in the first period. Puck takes a weird kick, and it's cleared out. Caught one of the doors. McClendon will settle this down. Kyle Gonzalez on the loose puck. Gonzalez up and forward with it. Spins at the circle. Gonzalez up the wing to Pamaleon. To the blue line, Pamaleon up to Lugo. Lugo at the circle, walks in, shoots it, blocked before it ever got on net. Pamaleon will block the clearing attempt. Pamaleon lobs it across, no room for it. McKittrick dropped off for Gonzalez. It's a hooking penalty. Shot looking for the tip, not there. They'll regroup for it. McKittrick will gather on and walk this low. McKittrick spins and takes the check. Lugo gonna draw another penalty. McClendon heads to the box and scores! Daniel McKittrick makes it 6-1 for the Danbury Hat-Tricks. We'll get another look at it here as the Hat-Tricks rewarding their fans for a great night. Puck sits against the boards here, springs it free, rolls it up to the circle. McKittrick catches the top right corner of the net, puts it home. And by the way, there still is going to be a 2-minute minor to follow on this, so the Hat-Tricks have the opportunity to balloon this lead a little bit higher. Draw down. Borshev can't win this one cleanly. So the Hat-Tricks, this is going to be McKittrick's goal. He's having a very, very good night. He had a couple of assists on one of the earlier goals. Yeah, he had an assist on Michael Falanga's second goal. So this has been a very good night for the Nunavut, Ontario native. McKittrick with the tally. They're going to rule that that's an unassisted goal for McKittrick, so that's how that works itself out, and, well, that's the ruling of it. Jared Yao will drop this across for Dustin Gesso. Gesso to the attacking line. Gesso at the blue line. He'll ring this deep. Kuznetsov. The Hat-Tricks are still on the power play. They successfully convert a goal on the man advantage. It's a hooking penalty on Noah Wild that the Hat-Tricks benefit from. Gesso with the, or Kuznetsov rather, had that shot. Gesso gave it to him. Mammoth will clear this out. McDonald will settle it in the circle. Look for it across for Kyle Gonzalez. Has some room to work with, glided across. Kuznetsov will ring it in. Gesso tries to slip his man, lobbed off the glass. Kuznetsov will knock it down. 25 seconds worth of power play time still to go. Rolled up to the point. Gonzalez calling for it. Kuznetsov shot. Nifty glove hand save. 12:25 the time left to go. We're going to take media timeout, hop back, and a little breather from the Danbury Ice Arena here on the Danbury Hat-Tricks YouTube channel.
Right off the jump, we've got ourselves a line ball. Robert Hyde across the puck. We're going to have a fight at center. Avec with a couple of big rights. He scores!
Danbury with the tally. The officials scoring on that goal. It's an unassisted power play goal for Daniel McKittrick. And it was a follow-up hooking penalty on Noah Wild, so that's got us where we are right now. Friend from our Dowler Garage, word from them. Dowler Garage in New Preston, specializing in batteries, brakes, and general service. When you're stuck, you're in luck. Call Mike so you don't need a bike. Dowler Garage. 19 seconds worth of power play time. Falanga back out onto the ice. Shot off the pipe. McKittrick had a glorious opportunity to try and put one in, and it just sailed a little bit on him. Wow. Danbury is getting every single offensive chance. They have piled up 36 shots on goal. They have looked nothing short of incredible this evening. And at the offensive end, a 3-point game for Dustin Gesso. Lucas de Benedette has also gotten 2 assists, his first points as a member of the Danbury Hat-Tricks. The penalty has expired, so we're right back on to 5-on-5 play. Puck rolls to the circle. Falanga tried to go somewhere with it, and out they come across the blue line. Falanga whacks a stick at it. Puck lobbed in. Pamaleon will go and get this. Pamaleon up and forward to Falanga. Kyle Gonzalez will dip through, spins on his backhand. Gonzalez backwards to Pamaleon, looking for the stretch pass ahead for Falanga. 3-on-2, the Hat-Tricks can gain. Marchesson will walk it across. Falanga to Marchesson. Takes the puck for a walk behind the net. Marchesson tries to put this on towards the net. Falanga onto the point. Still on sides. Good keep by Johnny McDonald. Gonzalez looking for the redirect. McKittrick looking to try and finish it off. Can't quite fill the net. Good dip around by Johnny McDonald. Draws his man out. McKittrick poked off of his stick by Jelenskis. And that's going to draw a whistle. And we're going to get another penalty here. The Elmira box is open again. It's a 2-minute interference penalty on Ricards Jelenskis. So 2 more minutes. Danbury going back to the power play. They've gotten 1 man advantage goal in the frame, 2 for the game. And Elmira will start off this penalty kill by lobbing this down to the opposite end of the rink. Frankie McClendon will settle it and give it off for Jared Yao, who opened the scoring party with a goal that he notched on a rolling puck. Dustin Gesso had the assist on it. McDonald forward to the blue line at the circle. McDonald will put it over for Yao. Yao, Gesso. Kuznetsov calling for it. Won't get it. They'll work this one around. Kuznetsov to the circle. Gesso walks in, dips through, shot blocked, loose puck, and Elmira will clear it the length of the ice. 10:30 the time remaining here in the third period. 1:15 to go on the man advantage. Jared Yao will glide this on. Yao cross the red line. Yao will walk this in. Yao gets it through. Borshev with the shot, sails a little bit wide. Dustin Gesso will settle this down at the blue line and look for somewhere to work this to. 58 seconds worth of power play time to go. Gesso at the circle. Rolls off his stick, got it back. Gesso will work this down. Gesso for Borshev in tight for Kuznetsov. Borshev will reset. Borshev will ring this around for Dustin Gesso. Works the shot on, sails a little bit high to Benedette. We'll pump it a little bit deep. De Benedette holds it. Yao will take it for a walk. Dustin Gesso will settle it. Gesso will walk this on. Yeah, Gesso, circle, looks. Puck takes a couple of bounces, and the Mammoth are going to clear this to the opposite end of the rink. And maybe they'll get a shot out of it. Gullo controls it. McClendon with the stop. And McClendon will just put that puck in his pocket. And we'll take a breather. Brief pause back in a moment for the Danbury Ice Arena here on the Danbury Hat-Tricks YouTube channel. Peach Wave of Bethel, located on Greenwood Avenue in Bethel. Peach Wave is your go-to place for a quality treat. Yogurts and toppings, it does not get any better than that. Catch a wave, a peach one. Hat tricks with a clean face-off win. Gonzalez up to Robertson. Robertson will funnel this out. Lugo and Richards will settle it. Borshev glides on. Borshev at the circle. Borshev will fling it off the glass. Kicks low. Tried to put it on towards the net. Nothing there. Flipped up to the blue line. Gonzalez will settle it. Sits on the red line and rolled across for Robertson. Borshev flips it high off the glass. The hat tricks power play window has expired. Shots are 38-13 in this game. Gullo will walk this on. Lugo flips this across. Falanga with 2 goals on the game. Lugo will walk this in. Lugo wanted it centered for Luke Richards. Richards goes down away from the play, and the Mammoth will flip this out to neutral space where McDonald will settle it and gave it across for Gonzalez. Sneaks underneath Johnny McDonald. He'll ring this on. 8:20 the time left to go. Carries at the circle. Across the blue line. Glides in. Marchesson with the check. Pamela on. We'll give it across. McDonald. McKittrick can't do much more with it than that. That's going to result in an icing against the hat tricks.
For the next prize, 698-0140. For the newbies prize,
6-1 the score. The hat tricks, after a couple of disappointing nights, can be extraordinarily happy with their effort this evening. McDonald up the wing. Marchesson will flip it. McKittrick settles. Glides in. McKittrick. Low to Falanga. Falanga across from Marchesson. The puck knuckles on a couple of different people. To the circle. Shot by Falanga. Blocked down before it ever really got on net. McKittrick winds up, shoots it. Sails a little bit too high. Falanga gets it on his backhand. Billy McCreary rewarding Michael Falanga for his play with some excellent, and a lot of ice time as DeBenedette will come onto the ice. To the blue line. At the circle. Work it in towards the crease and it'll sail a little bit off the mark. Carries on and lobbed in. Looking for somewhere to go with it. The whistle will sound.
For the remaining winners, for the top field prize, 698-0287. And for the hat tricks 50-50, the winning prize is $160. That number is 506-7401. 506.
Winds up, shot, save made.
All the winners.
Frankie McClendon has held his own in net, even the lone goal that was able to sneak by him. Able to control it and able to do something with it. .702 the time remaining. We'll have one more media timeout. We'll have the 3 stars of the game coming up after the final puck drop sounds. Jared Yao will put this one over for Robertson. Sneaks under him. Dustin Jusso will bring this up for Yao. Yao kicks it off his skate and clears it to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov will glide it forward. Kuznetsov at the blue line. Pulls up. Looks to funnel it low. DeBenedette. Puck sits on the apron of the goal and will be cleared out. This is going to turn into an icing. And a pretty straightforward call at that. This is the middle of 3 games the Hat Tricks are playing this weekend. They are going on the road tomorrow to Elmira. They'll be playing these same Mammoth again on the road. Draw down. Top of the circle. Lugo shot flutters. Rebound shot for Borshev. Sails a little bit wide. It's a good stop in net for Harley White. Borshev gets worked off the puck. Maratea rolls it to the circle. Funnels it low. Richards will get on top of it. Luke Richards will give it backwards for Gonzalez. Kyle Gonzalez will hold it and look. Gonzalez. Lugo gains the line. Across. Richards wanted it across for Borshev and couldn't get it to him. Back come the hat-tricks. In defense to the top of the circle. Shot blocked before it ever got on McClendon. Lugo will glide this across. Borshev with Lugo. 3-on-2 and a hit behind the play. And we get more shoving from Pamaleon, and we'll finally get a clock stoppage. Pamaleon going to get whistled for a penalty, and we got more fisticuffs. Here we go again. The bell sounds, and we'll drop the mitts. Pamaleon going. The officials trying to break up the brawl between him and Chris Hunt. Those two want to go. Well, you wanted to see some action. You wanted to see some hockey. You wanted to see some play, and you have assuredly gotten that. Pamaleon's going to go to the box. It's Pamaleon's second fight of the night. So everyone's going to be... These teams get to play tomorrow as well. A bunch of happy campers going into the Sunday matinee tomorrow in Elmira. We're waiting for the officials to sort out how exactly all these penalties are going to be ruled. There is certainly a heck of a lot to determine. Harley White having a chat with Section 200. Harley White's been very good this evening. 33 saves. He's faced 39 shots. 6 of them have gone in, but I can't fault him for the way that this game has gone, as Elmira will be setting up for a face-off in their defensive end of the ice. We've got 5:42 left to go. Dustin Gesso with 3 points tonight. Michael Falanga with 2 goals. Multiple guys. Jared Yao and Daniel McKittrick with 2 points, as well as Dmitry Kuznetsov, who's got 2 assists. Evan Lugo with an assist as well. And Igor Borshev with a goal. The lone tally of the evening. A full stat sheet for the Danbury Hat-Tricks roster. Breakaway chance. Leeson gets to the circle, wants a bad angle shot. McClendon with the stop. Slot shot trickles a little bit wide. Pulls at the top of the circle, shoots it, stopped by McClendon. Leeson tries to put it on towards the slot. It rolls to the high point. Marti, shot stopped by McClendon. Making a couple of good saves late here in the third. McKittrick receives the pass from Falanga. Marchesson tries to drag this out. Falanga will go and get this one. Falanga tied up at the boards. Marchesson will put it on to Johnny McDonald at the point. Looks for a Falanga tip. It's not quite there. Jared Yao will get across and ring this deep. Hat-Tricks will go for a line change as we're down to 4:40 left to go in regulation time. Glides out across the red line. Looks for somewhere to go with it. Leaves it on. Mammoth are offsides. They play it. And that'll stop the clock with 4:31 left to go. We'll take our final media timeout of the frame. Brief pause, back in a moment from the Danbury Hat-Tricks Home arena here at the Danbury Arena on the Danbury Hat Tricks YouTube channel. It's the spirit of hard work. The Batchers of Litchfield Distillery, in honor of the early farmers of Northwest Connecticut, present to you the locally made Litchfield Distillery bourbon, vodka, and gin. Grab it at the rabbit hole and hoist the barrel with the Hat Tricks. And stay around so that you can enjoy the 3 stars of the game. The team will pick out a guy that they think will be deserving of lifting the barrel as Billy McCreary hollering out some directions and instructions. He's flanked by a full number of people. We got a conversation at the bench, actually. An official, I'm just realizing. Is getting attended to by a trainer. The way that's being ruled, by the way, Zach Pamaleon is being issued a 5 plus a 2 plus another 2, actually. So he's getting 9 minutes worth of penalties for a fight, plus 2 for a cross-check, and another 2 for unsportsmanlike conduct. Drop for Kuznetsov, shot blocked down. They'll look to ring this out, lobbed high. Settled down, Gesso will carry this out. Dustin Gesso will put this low for Gonzalez. The puck rolls away from him, sits at the circle, tries to pitchfork this out, rolls over Gonzalez, walks in, looks for it, stopped. Crawford had a great look and could not finish that off. Elmira's also getting a couple of penalties. Chris Hunt is being whistled for a 5 for fighting, plus a 2 for the instigation. Kuznetsov will get to it, clear this out. Dustin Gesso dips through. Dustin Gesso glides in, pulls up. Gesso will throw it on towards the net. Puck carried away and cleared out to empty space by Nathan Campbell. On come the Mammoth, looking to try and get themselves more on the board as we tick under 3 minutes left to play. The Hat Tricks, ever since the first goal of the game, have scored 6 unanswered tallies. And the Danbury Hat Tricks with one of their best offensive performances of the season. Luke Richards will glide this on. Richards dips through. Richards cuts it over to the boards. Richards spins his man off. Carries in at the circle. Up to the side. Falanga will get on top of this. Give it around for Robertson. Earl the pass forward for Lugo. Lugo will drive it to the blue line. Lugo winds up, shoots it, and White with the stop with 2:17 remaining. We're getting a timeout called for. It's being whistled by Billy McCreary. With 2:17 remaining to be played in regulation time, the Hat Tricks. So the Hat Tricks call for timeout here. 2:17 left. 6 goals tonight for the Danbury Hat Tricks. The road ahead is pretty straightforward. They're going to Elmira tomorrow. Wouldn't be surprised if Parker Butler sees the net with Brian Wilson getting a bunch of games in a row. He could use the day off and use the breather. Not to mention also Frankie McClendon getting this game tonight. You could see him in net. You could see Parker Butler taking the net tomorrow night. It remains to be seen how all of this is going to work itself out. Danbury always brings an enthusiastic crowd to the building. Lugo on to take the face-off with 2:17 left to go in a 6-1 game. Puck rolled up to Gonzalez at the point. He'll ring this deep. Falanga waits for it. Falanga will chip this free. Puck skied back into hat-trick ice. This is going to turn into an icing. And the officials sound the whistle. With 1:59 left. The goodbye chant towards the Elmira Mammoth sounding. Well, it's only goodbye till tomorrow for these teams. Falanga gets across, winds up, shot stopped, loose puck, and thrown in between his legs by Harley White to stop that puck from trickling any further. 1:54 left to go. Next time the Hat Tricks are at home, it's a big one. The Columbus River Dragons are coming to the Danbury Ice Arena for the first and only regular season series. Point shot sails a little bit wide from the top of the circle by Evan Lugo. Richards will ride this one over. Richards cuts it free. Richards winds up and puts it across for Gonzalez. Down low, Lugo looks, winds up, shot, trickling puck. Falanga with the shot. Falanga another one. Puck rolls across. Richards with another chance. Jared Yao will settle this. Looks to put this on towards the net. Funneled in front. The whistle sounds with 1:19 left. And we got a goalie shoving his man. McClendon is going to skate to the blue line and see if more is going to go down. More anger boiling over behind the net. Boy, howdy, these teams have gotten into it all game. .119 to play. The Hat Tricks trying to close out an impressive win and snap a 2-game losing skid. Billy McCreary, you may have even seen, shaved his facial hair for it. Superstitious indeed. To the blue line and across for Robertson. Winds up looking for the shot. Sails a little bit wide. De Benedette will funnel this low for McKittrick. McKittrick will look. Cuts around one man. The Mammoth will just try and regroup. They had an emergency backup goaltender on their bench. Didn't have to use him. They'll see what their goaltending situation looks like tomorrow. McKittrick glides in, shot, glove hand save by White. He's been very good this evening. 42 shots, 43 shots faced now, as that just gets updated. 37 saves for White. He has been excellent this evening. Dustin Jesso's going to step on the center dot. Falanga will glove it. Bring it low. Jesso at the goal line extended. Tries to spin off. Borshev. Jesso. Puck rolls off his stick. The Mammoth will carry this out. Final 30 seconds here. Hard hit into the boards by Robertson. Knocks off Cards Jelenskis. And the Mammoth believe they have scored as the puck Mayfield trickled over the goal line. The whistle, I believe they're going to say, sounded before it crossed. Jelenskis pleading his case. 26.1 seconds left. The Mammoth are not going to get a goal out of this. And here we are. Maybe the final face-off of the evening, as we're going to get a penalty, actually. Leeson is going to go off. Leeson is going to go to the box, and the Hat-Tricks will get a very brief power play in the final 26 seconds of this game. Draw down. Falanga will settle it on the center dot. He'll put this up. Dustin Gesso. It's an abuse of officials penalty. Borshev winds up shot. White will cover that. So 13.8 seconds left to go. An abuse of officials call against Elmira. Tate Leeson is serving it. One last face-off. Jared Yao controls it. Puck rolls on his stick. Kuznetsov will put it up to Gesso. We got one more whistle. And what has been the slowest final 30 seconds of a hockey game I can remember. There'll be a neutral zone face-off. I keep saying maybe the last draw. I swear I mean it this time, and this will find its way back into Danbury ice, and that is that. The Danbury Hat-Trick score 6 unanswered goals and flex their offensive muscle against the Elmira Mammoth. These teams will meet back up on Sunday for a matinee at First Arena in Elmira. They'll go to the center logo. Luke Richards hyping the crowd at the center logo. The team going through handshakes with Frankie McClendon. Here's the Litchfield Distillery barrel. Let's see who the team is going to give the opportunity to hoist it. Let's find out who it's going to be. They point at Michael Falanga. They tell him to go over and pick it up. Falanga gets to do so. Holds it up victoriously over his head and spins it for the team to celebrate around the Hat-Tricks. A needed victory. They snap a 2-game losing skid. They put 45 shots on goal and pepper Harley White. The offense looks fantastic all game. They'll give a little victory lap, and the fans enjoying themselves here at the Danbury Ice Arena. Kuznetsov goes to section 200. There's a lot to be happy about for the Danbury Hat-Tricks. 3 stars to be given out. Hat-Tricks go through the handshake line and get to enjoy themselves. There's a lot to celebrate and be happy about here in Danbury, here in Hat City. Six won the final here at the Danbury Ice Arena. Here are the 3 stars of the game.
Tonight's third star from the Hat-Tricks, number 4, Jared Yao.
Jared Yao gets the number 3 star, a goal and an assist for the defenseman. His 2nd goal of the season. He'll go back through, and a great performance by the defenseman. Here's the 2nd star, Dustin Gesso, with a 3-point game. Had points on all 3 of the hat tricks. Goals in the first period, including scoring the third himself. And the number 1 star got 2 goals. Michael Falanga will skate on and get to celebrate and enjoy himself. Once more, these teams will rematch tomorrow at First Arena in Elmira, and we'll be back with you here at the Danbury Ice Arena on Friday of next week when the Danbury Hat-Tricks host the first place team in the entire FPHL, the Columbus River Dragons, for what promises to be a magnificent clash of opponents. That's going to do it for everybody with the Danbury Hat-Tricks. I'm Chris Lynch. We hope you have enjoyed your time with us. Be warm, be well, wherever you may be.